Gilles Deleuze, a prominent figure in 20th century philosophy, offered a radical perspective on art. Deleuze challenges the conventional perspective, arguing that art is not merely about replicating reality, but about generating something entirely new. Deleuze's assertion that art is a generative force, not merely a reflection of reality, disrupts centuries of traditional art theory. For Deleuze, the true essence of art lies not in its ability to represent the world, but in its capacity to generate new sensations and perceptions. In understanding Deleuze's perspective on art, it's crucial to move beyond a superficial understanding of representation. Deleuze's assertion that art is about creating sensation and percept marks a significant departure from traditional aesthetics. Deleuze argues that art doesn't merely evoke sensations and perceptions, it also has the unique ability to capture and preserve them. Deleuze's philosophy encourages us to approach art not as a collection of static objects, but as a dynamic interplay of sensations. Deleuze's concept of difference stands as a cornerstone of his philosophy, particularly in relation to art's transformative power. For Deleuze, art's disruption of established norms is not merely an act of rebellion for its own sake. Section 3. Breaking down barriers. The introduction of difference through art is not limited to the realm of aesthetics. It has profound implications for our social and political realities as well. Deleuze argues that art has the power to challenge dominant ideologies, to subvert power structures, and to create spaces for marginalized voices to be heard. Consider, for example, the role of art in the civil rights movement in the United States. Music, particularly gospel and blues, played a pivotal role in galvanizing the movement, providing both solace and inspiration to those fighting for equality. Songs like "We Shall Overcome" became anthems of hope and resistance, uniting people across racial and social divides. Similarly, art has been a powerful tool for feminist movements around the world. Women artists, writers, and filmmakers have used their work to challenge patriarchal norms, to give voice to women's experiences, and to advocate for gender equality. From the groundbreaking writings of Virginia Woolf to the provocative performances of Judy Chicago, art has played a crucial role in challenging traditional gender roles and expanding our understanding of what it means to be a woman in the modern world. These examples illustrate how art, by introducing difference into the social and political sphere, can act as a catalyst for social change. It can challenge the status quo, disrupt oppressive systems, and give voice to those who have been marginalized and silenced. In this way, art becomes a powerful tool for liberation and empowerment, offering us a means to imagine and create a more just and equitable world. Embracing transformation. Deleuze's philosophy centers on becoming, a process of continuous transformation fundamental to life and art. We are in a constant state of flux, always becoming something new. Art engages with this dynamic process, allowing us to participate in life's flow. This challenges us to rethink our understanding of ourselves and the world. We are fluid entities, transformed by the forces around us. Art taps into this fluidity, embracing transformation at the heart of existence. Section 2. Becoming Animal, a Deleuzian exploration. Becoming Animal is central to Deleuze's philosophy of art. It challenges anthropocentric views, opening us to new experiences. Kafka's work illustrates this, exploring transformation and blurred boundaries. Art disrupts our assumptions, revealing the fluidity of identity. It connects us to experiences beyond human perception. Deleuze argues this engagement challenges our limited perspectives. Deleuze's emphasis on becoming transforms the relationship between artist, artwork, and audience. Art is a collaborative process unfolding between creator and receiver. The audience actively shapes the artwork, bringing unique perspectives. Art becomes a shared space of transformation, a fluid embrace. Deleuze's critique of representation stands as a cornerstone of his philosophy of art. He challenges the traditional notion that art's primary function is to mirror or imitate a pre-existing reality. For Deleuze, art doesn't merely reflect the world. It actively creates new realities, new ways of seeing, feeling, and experiencing. This shift from representation to creation is fundamental to understanding Deleuze's radical perspective on art's power. Traditional aesthetics often posits art as a form of mimesis, a faithful reproduction of the world around us. However, Deleuze argues that this view limits art's potential, confining it to a secondary role as a mere imitator of reality. He insists that art operates on a different plane, a plane of immanence, where it is not beholden to pre-existing forms or ideas. On this plane of immanence, art becomes a generative force, a site of pure creation. It doesn't seek to replicate what already exists, but rather to bring forth something entirely new. This doesn't mean that art has no connection to reality. Rather, it engages with reality in a dynamic and transformative way, drawing on its elements but ultimately transcending them. Deleuze's critique of representation frees art from the constraints of mirroring the world as it is, allowing it to become a powerful tool for experimentation, innovation, and the exploration of new possibilities. It is in this space of creative freedom that art, for Deleuze, truly comes into its own, becoming a force for change and a catalyst for new ways of being in the world. Essential to Deleuze's philosophy and intricately linked with his critique of representation is the concept of the virtual. Often misunderstood, the virtual is not the opposite of the real, but rather a realm of potentiality, a reservoir of possibilities that exist alongside the actual. It's a realm of forces, intensities, and connections that haven't yet materialized, but nevertheless exert an influence on the world we experience. Imagine, for instance, the vast network of underground roots supporting a giant oak tree. We see the actual tree, its trunk, branches, and leaves, but underlying this visible structure is a hidden network of interconnected roots, a virtual realm that sustains the tree's growth and development. Similarly, Deleuze envisions the virtual as a realm of unseen forces that underpin and shape our reality. Art, for Deleuze, possesses a unique ability to tap into this virtual realm. It doesn't merely represent what is already actualized, but can give form to the virtual, bringing forth new possibilities and ways of being that were previously hidden from view. This is not about fantasy or escapism. It's about exploring the latent potential within reality itself. By engaging with the virtual, art allows us to glimpse the infinite possibilities that lie dormant within the world around us. It challenges our perception of what is fixed and unchanging, opening our minds to the fluidity and dynamism that characterize the very essence of life itself. Art, in Deleuze's view, acts as a bridge between the virtual and the actual. It doesn't simply represent the virtual. It actively participates in its actualization, bringing forth new forms, ideas, and experiences into the world. This process of actualization is not about imposing a predetermined form on the virtual. Rather, it's about creating the conditions for the virtual to express itself in new and unexpected ways. Think, for example, of a composer experimenting with different musical notes and rhythms. The composer is not simply manipulating pre-existing sounds. They are engaging with the virtual realm of sonic possibilities, drawing on its potential to create something entirely new. The resulting piece of music is not a representation of the virtual, but an actualization of it, a unique expression of the composer's creative engagement with the realm of sonic potential. This process of actualization is not limited to the creation of art. It extends to our experience of art as well. When we encounter a work of art, we are not simply passive observers. We are active participants in the ongoing process of actualization. Our interpretations, our emotional responses, our very act of perception contribute to the unfolding of the artwork's potential. In this sense, art becomes a shared space of creation, a dynamic interplay between the artist's intentions, the artwork's inherent qualities, and the audience's active engagement. It is through this collaborative process of actualization that art fulfills its transformative potential, shaping our understanding of the world and opening up new possibilities for thought, feeling, and being. In Deleuze's philosophy, art is a dynamic force shaping our experiences and creating new worlds. Art disrupts norms, challenges perceptions, and introduces new possibilities. It empowers us to question, challenge, and imagine alternative ways of being. Art is about engaging with the dynamic processes of life itself. Through disruption and transformation, art becomes a powerful tool for change. Deleuze's enduring legacy lies in his ability to reframe our understanding of art's profound impact on our lives and the world around us. His philosophy encourages a shift from passive contemplation to active engagement, urging us to approach art not as a collection of static objects, but as a dynamic process of creation, exploration, and transformation. He reminds us that art is not merely an aesthetic pursuit confined to galleries and museums, it's a vital force that permeates every aspect of human experience. From the music that moves us to the films that challenge us, from the literature that expands our horizons to the street art that disrupts our urban landscapes, art in its myriad forms has the power to shape our perceptions, to evoke profound emotions, and to inspire social and personal change. Deleuze's philosophy serves as a call to action, urging us to embrace art's transformative potential, to become active participants in the ongoing dialogue between creator and receiver, and to recognize the vital role that art plays in shaping our individual and collective destinies. By opening ourselves up to Deleuze's unique perspective, we can begin to appreciate art not just for its beauty or intellectual stimulation, but for its profound capacity to challenge, to inspire, and to transform our very experience of being in the world. In a world often characterized by rigidity and conformity, Deleuze's philosophy of art offers a beacon of hope, reminding us of the boundless possibilities for creativity, change, and becoming that lie at the heart of the human experience.